Hey learners, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be on delegation of authority. We will understand what this term means, why is it important in any organization, and what are the elements of delegation of authority. So let us start today's video. I hope you will like it. First of all, let us see what is delegation of authority. Delegation means giving part of your work and your authority to others so that the tasks are completed efficiently. It involves dividing authority and power among employees at lower level so the manager can focus on more important decisions. Delegation of authority help in achieving business goals faster and more effectively. We all know when you have so much work, what you do? You assign the task to your juniors, you assign the task to the subordinate so that you can focus on important things. Similarly, in delegation of authority, what we understand is one individual who have the power, who have the work, they are assigning or they are giving their part of work and their authority they are sharing with their subordinate. So when you are sharing your power, when you are sharing your authority, your work with your subordinate, this is delegation of authority. Why is delegation important? First, it saves time. The manager can focus on bigger decisions. It involves efficiency. When tasks are completed faster, when you divide the task among your juniors, here you see efficiency. The tasks are completed faster. Another important is it develop goodwill. It develop a kind of motivation among your employee. Subordinate learn and they grow. They get motivated that their superior are providing them their work, their task. Okay, so it act as a motivator to them, and they learn also while they are working for their supervisor. It also increases productivity. How? When work is divided, it leads to better result. People, whenever junior get the task of their superior, they take it as challenge, they take it as responsibility, and they perform better so that their superior will notice that how amazingly they have finished the work. So here what you see, here you see the productivity increases when juniors get the power, they get the responsibility, they like to do more better, they like to work effectively to show their superior that they are also capable of completing their task. So it acts as a motivator, it acts as a development, a way of learning and growing among the employee. It improves efficiency and it saves time of the manager or the superior when they divide their task or their work among their subordinate. For example, think of a school principal who have to manage a big school. If the principal try to handle everything alone, like principal have to teach, they have to take the decisions of admission, discipline maintenance, or decisions such as event and many more. Can you imagine that one principal can do all these tasks? No. If a principal have to teach, they cannot focus on other academic or other administrative tasks. So a principal need to delegate the authority and work among others. Teacher handle classes, office staff handle or manages admissions, event coordinator plans school activity, and so on. The principal still have the control but allows other to help in different areas. This ensures the school runs smoothly and effectively. Now, once we understand what is delegation of authority, we will see elements of delegation. In elements of delegation, basically we have three elements. First, authority. Second, responsibility. And third, accountability. Now let us see all these three elements in detail. First, we have authority. Authority means the right to give order. What it means? Authority is the power to make decisions, assign tasks, and give instruction. When you delegate authority, you allow someone else to act on your behalf. Authority can be defined as the power and right of a person to use and allocate the resources effectively. For example, in your restaurant, you hire a manager and give them the authority to hire staff, purchase ingredients, and manage daily operation. You don't need to here when you hire the manager, he don't need to ask your permission every time, because you have hired the manager only for that purpose. In your behalf, he's the one who is hiring other staff, he's the one who is purchasing the ingredient, he's the one who's managing daily operations. Why it matters? Without authority, employee cannot make decisions or take action. Here, when you hire a manager, you have given them the authority. You have given the manager the power to hire other staff. You have given the power to purchase ingredients. You have given the authority to manage daily operations. That's why we say in delegation of authority, the first element we have is authority, the right to give orders. Okay? Second element comes responsibility. The person who have the authority should be responsible, because without having the responsibility, he can misuse his authority, he can misuse his power. That's why responsibility become very important. Let's take an example. Your restaurant manager is responsible for ensuring food orders are prepared on time and customers are satisfied. If you have hired a manager and if he is not fulfilling this basic responsibility, like if the customers are not satisfied, if they are not getting what they have ordered on time, which means he's not taking his job seriously, he's not responsible. That's why responsibility become very important. If you want your company to accomplish their goals or target, a person who have the power, who have the authority, should also be responsible for completing those tasks. Here, a manager whom you have hired, he should ensure the food orders are prepared on time, the customers are satisfied. If there is any a shortage of resources, he have to make sure he bring those resources on time. Okay? Now, third we have accountability, the final ownership of the task. Okay, what accountability means? It is about giving explanation for any variance in the actual performance from the expected set. Okay, accountability cannot be delegated, it arises from responsibility. Even though a manager or employee is given authority, the final responsibility still lies with the person who delegated the task. For example, within a school, okay, whatever happens, ultimately who is questioned? Principal. Who is responsible? Principal. Similarly, in your restaurant, who is the head authority? You are the one who has hired the manager. If any accident happen, or if any delay happen, or if your customers are not satisfied, or any by chance anything happen, who is the ultimate accountable of that issue? Okay, you are the one, because you are the one who delegated your authority and your power to your manager, who was not able to complete or who was not able to finish their assigned duty. So accountability, even if you have delegated your authority, but still you are the one who is accountable. When you delegate the authority, this doesn't mean that you are done from your accountability. No, you are still accountable for the final ownership of the task. So yeah, this was all about today's video, where we have seen what is delegation of authority, what are the elements of delegation of authority, where there are three elements. First, authority, second is responsibility, third is accountability. Authority, where power to make decisions are seen, responsibility, obligations to complete the task is seen, and finally, accountability, where ultimate answerability for result is seen. A good manager knows how to balance these three elements so the work is done effectively and efficiently while ensuring accountability remains still in his hand. Okay. So, yeah, this was all about today's video where we have seen delegation of authority. I hope you liked the video. If yes, then don't forget to give a thumb up and let me know your opinion in comment box. If you have any other queries, let me know in comment box so that I can come up with relevant answer. Now with this, I will take leave from you guys. Have a nice day. Bye.